Joby, thanks for joining us. You're clearly disappointed with the result, but what about that performance?
Listen, I'm disappointed first and foremost, of course, with the result today, because it was all about winning. Clearly, the performance wasn't good enough to get us a win, and again, for me, we all knew we needed to win today, but us not winning and not getting into the playoffs is not just about today. There's been ample opportunities for us in this run, even in my time in charge, to win games that were there for the taking, and we haven't. And again, for me, that comes down to a bit of a lack of character, a lack of leadership at times. It's something that I've certainly been quite vocal on, and it's something we need to improve, and we need to get characters, we need to get leaders back in that dressing room as quickly as possible.
Today, did you feel there's enough fight from your players?
Listen, I wouldn't want to sit here and say it's not enough fight, because the boys do give everything. There's no one in there who I would say is a shirker in terms of the workload. What I think we need is at certain times of games, a little bit more, I call it spunk, a little bit more of a bit of a devil in certain individuals and characters, and that comes with a bit of experience. When you look at the group, there's not a lot of Football League experience there, and again, that's something that we need to get in the building. When you look at the teams that are in and around it this year, they've got that, and they've got it in abundance, and that's definitely, from my point of view, again, an area that we need to look at. I can't sit here and say the boys don't give me 100%, but ultimately, over a long, hard season, I'm a big believer in you come where you come, and I think we are a little bit middle of the road. Again, you only have to see our results against some of the top boys, and then listen, they're not massive differences, but again, it's that bit of personality at the right time to get you over the line in certain games.
Today, you faced the Southend United side. They haven't scored many goals this season, but Lance Vigouroux definitely the busier of the two goalkeepers.
Yeah, listen, whether they scored or not recently, it wouldn't have been very hard to score against us today. And again, that's something that's really disappointed me the last few games, the ease of which we conceded. Went for a spell where we looked like we weren't going to concede for however long we played, and we've just come away from that a little bit. Maybe it's the desire and the need to go and win football matches that has probably changed the mindset a little bit, but also there's been some individual mistakes, and for me, collectively, we haven't been tight enough as a unit, and I mean that across the whole pitch. It's not just the back four, it's not individuals there, it's all around the team, and again, I think we've just come off it at the wrong time. Again, two poor goals today, poor goals. Again, we conceded some bad ones against Cambridge, who are the best team. Again, with all due respect to them, they've been one of the worst teams this year. We conceded bad goals against them, so you just can't defend like that, unfortunately, and very much self-inflicted.
You made a couple of changes to the starting 11. Did you think about putting yourself from the start in that team?
Of course. Listen, every time I pick a team, I have a lot of thought goes into it. It's not something that's just thrown together on a Friday night or a Saturday morning. What I will say is it is difficult at times to do everything. I think especially as the time's gone on. And again, if I felt I could start the game and impact it in a positive way, then clearly I would have done that. But again, ultimately, there's players out there that are more than good enough to come and beat Southend United, and unfortunately for us, we weren't good enough today.
And you were forced to make the change in the first half. News on Hector Cipriano?
Yeah, we think possibly a bit of concussion. He's fine, he's bright, he's okay now, but obviously one that we don't want to take any risks with whatsoever, so we had to get him off.
And what now for the remaining matches, Joby?
Well, we just need to finish strong. Again, I'm certainly not accepting that from a managerial point of view. That was way below it for us. The standards we've set over these 14 games are way above that. So for me personally, we need a reaction. Just bitterly disappointed with that today, and certainly from our point of view, we want to finish as hard as we can. We've got two tough games, two teams that are trying their hardest to get in those playoffs, and from our point of view, they're games that we need to go into with a much better mindset probably than we did today.